Four corners. Olympic champions. Lynne Blanche and Claire Daniel. This image from an ancient Greek vase depicts an athlete throwing a javelin. Olympic medals: gold for first place, left, silver for second, middle, and bronze for third, right. Olympic dreams. The first Olympic Games were held in Greece nearly 3,000 years ago. The competition began as one foot race. In later years, events were added: chariot races, other foot races, wrestling, and discus throwing. In 1896, the first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece. More than 300 male athletes competed in over 40 events. Winners in 1896 were awarded a silver medal and a crown of olive leaves. Taking part in the Olympic Games is a dream come true for many athletes today. It is the world's leading sports competition. Thousands of athletes gather from around the world to test themselves against the best of the best in hundreds of different events. Athletes train for years before the Olympic Games. Even as children, their lives often center on sport, and they combine school with training and competing. They work hard for their chance to participate in the Olympics. Whether they win or not, all Olympic athletes are champions. This book is about the lives and accomplishments of 6 Olympic champions. The Olympic flag shows 5 connected rings that represent different parts of the world. In 1996, athletes from all over the world competed at the Olympics in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Fast facts. Name: Catherine Freeman. Date of birth: February 16, 1973. Birthplace: Mackay, Queensland, Australia. Sport: athletics. Olympic medals: 1 silver in 1996, 1 gold in 2000. Cathy Freeman. The 2000 Olympics were about to begin in Sydney, Australia. More than 3 billion people watched on television as a woman lit the Olympic flame. That woman was Cathy Freeman. It was an important moment for Cathy and for all Australians. Cathy is an Aboriginal Australian. For many years, Aboriginal people have struggled to be treated in the same way as other Australians. Cathy's torch was a symbol of hope for Aboriginal Australians. Cathy Freeman lights the Olympic flame for the 2000 Olympics. In Sydney, Australia. Cathy was born in 1973 in Mackay, Queensland, Australia. She is one of 5 children. Cathy's father, Norman, was a talented rugby player whose nickname was Twinkle Toes. As a child, Cathy discovered that she liked to run. She began winning races when she was just 8 years old. Cathy received encouragement from her family. Once her mother, Cecilia, suggested she pin a note on her bedroom wall that read, "I am the world's greatest athlete." By the time Cathy was a teenager, she was entering important races all over the world in which she was often successful. When Cathy was 11, her family predicted she would run in the Olympics one day. The Olympic flame. The Olympic flame is lit by a torch at the opening of the Games. Carrying the torch that lights the flame is a great honor. People, who have been chosen ahead of time, take turns carrying the torch from Olympia, Greece, to the host city. These people are often chosen because they are an inspiration to fellow citizens. When Cathy was 19, she participated in the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona, Spain. She did not run fast enough to qualify for the 400-meter final at those Games. 2 years later, she won 2 events at the Commonwealth Games, an international competition which was held in Victoria, Canada. Cathy proudly carried both the Australian and Aboriginal flags around the track to celebrate her success. She told a reporter, "I know that when Aboriginal people look at that flag, they all feel good about themselves." Cathy runs in the women's 400-meter final at the 2000 Olympics in Sydney. In 1996, Cathy competed in her second Olympics in Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. She ran a personal best time of 48.63 seconds in the 400-meter final and finished in second place. Kathy's silver medal was the first ever won by an Aboriginal Australian in an individual event. 4 years later, in 2000, the Olympic Games were held in Sydney, Australia. It was time for Kathy to show the world what she could do. She won the 400-meter final with ease. She draped the Australian and Aboriginal flags together and ran a victory lap around the track. Her fans from all over the world cheered. Kathy Freeman is a role model for young athletes all over the world. Kathy won a gold medal at the 2000 Olympics in Sydney. Fast facts. Name, Mark Gagnon. Date of birth, May 24, 1975. Birthplace, Chicoutimi, Quebec, Canada. Sport, short track, speed skating. Olympic medals, 1 bronze in 1994, 1 gold in 1998, 2 gold and 1 bronze in 2002. Mark Gagnon leads the 1,000-meter short track speed skating race at the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City, Utah, USA. Mark Gagnon.